One Piece Zero, the origin of Enel. One of the most loved villains in the whole entire One Piece series. Yes, I will repeat this. One of the most loved villains in all of One Piece. Enel. I'm not too sure what the fan base mostly call him. Me, myself, I call him Enel. And let's be honest here, he was the highlight of Skypiea. And a lot of people do not love Skypiea. Now, me personally, I love Skypiea after reading the manga. It was such an amazing arc. Even the anime, I kind of enjoyed it too. But people say it's boring. You could skip it. I'm telling you guys right now, yo, you gotta watch Skypiea, yo. You guys see my profile picture? Do you see my profile picture, yo? That Nolan greatness. But he is the highlight, and he's the main antagonist. And let's be honest here, the powers he was doing had a lot of people like, okay, this guy is OP. His fruit power, the Goro no Mi. Now, I'm not trying to confuse it with the Goro no Mi, the Goro no Mi, the Logia, the fruit of the lightning ability. And we just seen all the potential he had. The stuff he was doing was amazing. He was actually having one of the best DC in the entire One Piece story. Now, people have been asking, what does DC mean? Destructive capabilities. Let me repeat that. Destructive capability. Pretty much how much like destruction can they cause? And we see with Enel and now, yeah, he was bossing it. We also got to mention that Enel was one of the first characters. Yes, he's one of the first characters to actually use haki. We see him use observation haki, yet they called it Mantora. They had their own name for the ability, for the power. And I'll just say right now, the fact that he was combining this with his fruit power to hear things miles on miles away from him, yeah, he has definitely a mastery of his fruits. Now, it just makes you think, okay, if he gets a little better, like when it comes to his fruit, will he unlock the power of awakening that we've seen Doflamingo use? Who knows, but that would give him a huge power boost. And Enel's story, it gets very interesting. If a lot of people missed this mention in the actual arc, because a lot of people in the One Piece series, they tell me that they skipped Skypiea. So if you guys missed this, there was a point where they told Enel about his past. They talked about his past for a little bit. They said he destroyed his home island, which was called Burka. Yes, his home island was called Burka, and he destroyed it. And also, a lot of people don't know this, but it actually mentioned for like a quick second that there was only one person who could stand up to him. Now, a lot of people have been theorizing because of the shapes of Arujo's wings and where he seems to be from, that he's from Burka. And if Arujo was the one guy who's able to stand up to Enel, there's definitely a huge history and past that we're gonna get revealed in the One Piece future. Our worst generation member and one of the most hyped up villains, that greatness will be shown. If you guys do not know, I made a video a long time ago, but let me just do a summarization of what I think my theory of what their past is. This is a speculation, a theory. I believe that there was a leader of Burka, the home island, and he gave the two strongest characters a fruit. Yes, a dull fruit, a fruit, whatever you want to call it. And he gave these two fruits, which would give them crazy, amazing power. And Enel was lucky enough to get the stronger fruit at the time, which was the Goro no Mi. And Arujo, if you guys did not know, Arujo has a fruit that we believe it's related with karma, because he's able to take a lot of hits and then make himself get stronger. So I believe it has to do with karma, because he actually used a karma attack. It could be called the karma fruit, who knows. But if these two got two fruits, and he was, it said Arujo's the only, well, it didn't say Arujo, but it said that was only one person who could stand up to him. I'm guessing it's Arujo. We could see Enel got cocky with the power and he wanted to be number one. We could say that both of them before that were equal, and then Enel said it's time, and he actually destroys the island of Burka. That's how I see things happening, and he brings his underlings with him to take over and Skypiea. I do want to say this. We see Enel mentioned quickly in the arc, Luffy is a mere paramecia. The fact that he's knowledgeable in the terms of Logia and paramecia, what other paramecia has he fought in before? I'm guessing it would have been Arujo, who I'm guessing is a paramecia, and I don't know, it's just a theory of mine. I just wanted to let you guys know. But now we're gonna go to some stuff that Ichiro Oda, the creator, actually has done. Now, a question I get a lot of times is, who people, because most of the One Piece fans, it's like half, but a lot of people are manga readers, a lot of people are anime onlys. But the thing is, a lot of people who are manga readers and anime only, they never go back to read the previous chapters. And there's a thing called cover stories, which cover an amazing side story of a character. And Enel actually got a side story. So people ask me, where did Enel go after Luffy whooped him? Is he on the moon, there's actually a whole story on this, and I'm going to summarize it quickly for people who have not seen it, and probably I'll put in a link in the description box that you should go read it, because it's very interesting, very entertaining, and yeah, he's going to the moon. We've seen that, so let's just talk about the actual side story. In Enel's moon adventure, he comes on the moon, and there's these space pirates who are pretty much tyranny over there, just dominating, and Enel instantly destroys the space pirates. He goes downstairs into this secret place, which there was this guy, I'm not too sure what his name was, but he was like a small little soldier, and he was the one that Enel protected him. So Enel's kind of like a good guy in this side story, which is very crazy because he was evil as hell in the Skypiea arc. But Enel, yeah, he goes with this little guy to a small area downstairs, and he sees the history of the winged people, and he sees 3 types of people, and there's even a people in which they go down from the moon all the way to Earth with balloons. Now, the thing I want to remember is we've seen that Arujo, if you guys do not remember this, he's lying down on a sky island healing his injuries, and the island is being carried by balloons. So we're guessing that has to do with that and has a relation with that, and it's a very good cover story. I definitely feel like you all should read it. It gives you more of a knowledge on the One Piece story. But a big thing for the future of Enel and the One Piece story is he now has a huge army under him. Yes, a bunch of clones under him that he's already, a bunch of robots that were, I think they were created by a scientist, I'm not too sure, but yeah, Enel will be leading them down to with the Maxim arc, who knows, and he's gonna go crazy, and he's gonna be a crazy pirate. Who knows if he becomes a pirate, I'm not too sure, but I can't wait to see Enel actually in the Blue Sea. Now, if you guys did not know this, Ichiro Oda, the guy who created One Piece, said that if Enel was down in the Blue Sea, he would have a bounty of 500 million. Now, 500 million is what Luffy has right now. So, you know, that just shows how crazy Enel's DC was, that he already has a bounty of Luffy's bounty went down to the Blue Sea, kind of close to Aces. And it just makes me think of one thing. Enel, you need to get your haki up. You need to get haki gains, because if you already have the Delphi Mastery, pretty much cool with it. I want to see maybe an awakening, and your observation haki looks very hacked. If he just gets his armament haki up, which we've seen the Admiral Logias who have crazy armament haki, oh my gosh, Enel will actually be a very viable threat. Even though right now he's a very viable threat, if he added armament haki to the next level, haki gains in the weight room, the New World weight room, yo, Enel would be doing some epic stuff. Now, a lot of people have been telling me that Enel or Enel, when he comes down to the Blue Sea, he's going to help Monkey D. Luffy, the main character, in the same situation. And I just do not see Enel helping Luffy, though I do say it could be a situation where Enel could be like Crocodile, which it's not really like he wants. It's not like a really both of them see eye to eye and become friends. No, it's like more of a help of the time and then move on and go solo. But yo, Enel, I feel like he needs to keep that evil atmosphere. Yes, there's been some good qualities that he's been showing in that side story, but I feel like Enel should be evil. But let's be honest here, Enel, who knows what he's gonna do? He's very unpredictable, and he's very crazy when he gets a lot of power, and who knows, he might want to revenge on Luffy. He might just go down there to fight Luffy. That would be very epic. But in the actual fight between Luffy and Enel, there's actually kind of a foreshadowing of Enel actually going down to the Blue Sea and fighting some top tiers, because Luffy tells him, you think there's tons of people in the Blue Sea that could kick your ass. Pretty much foreshadowing there's a lot of top tier characters in the One Piece story that Enel wouldn't even phase them. Now, we do know there was a lot of times where a lot of characters were tanking Enel's lightning attacks. Yes, they were getting knocked out, one-shotted, but they're up and alive and still fighting. So who knows, if guys who are top tiers with crazy armor haki fight with Enel, they could probably deal some crazy blows and take him out. I'm not too sure what's your opinion on that and his power level and where he's at. I definitely don't think he's Admiral level, but I do want to say this, he's very powerful because of his fruit power. But if he goes down to the Blue Sea and fights some top tiers, that would make me a very interested reader slash watcher. My prediction of who Enel will fight in the Blue Sea are 2 characters. The first character I want to talk about is Blackbeard. Yes, I feel like Enel might fight Blackbeard, and the reason why he's going to fight Blackbeard is to hype up the actual character of Marshall D. Teach. Wouldn't it be so crazy? Because remember when Ace was fighting Blackbeard, Ace hit him with some attacks, and Blackbeard was screaming, ah! He was screaming, Zia! He was just screaming on the ground, rolling around. What if Enel comes down and hits Blackbeard with an attack? Blackbeard's like, oh, it hurts, and then Blackbeard just wrecks him, destroys him with his 2 fruits, and goes crazy, goes ham on Enel, and hypes up Blackbeard as a powerful Yonko. That would be kind of cool if I saw that, and I feel like it would actually hype up the Luffy versus Blackbeard fight, because Enel would be like, who's this guy? Who's this crazy guy? He kind of reminds me of another guy I met in Skypiea, Luffy. 2 D's in their name. No, pause on that, yo. I know people go crazy when I say that. So, Luffy versus Blackbeard will hype it up definitely, and it'll be kind of funny too seeing Blackbeard and Enel's interaction. You know, very crazy. But the main interaction for the future of One Piece, I feel like it's gonna be Irujo versus Enel. We know that Irujo has been getting a lot of hype recently. People have been saying he's the strongest worst generation. For you anime onlys, you do not know why they say that, but there's a reason why people believe he's the strongest worst generation. And yo, I'm telling you right now, yo, if they go at it, we see some crazy stuff, some crazy new abilities or techniques. I would love to see that too. It would be very interesting, and I have no problems with that. Like, you heard me right now, yo. I have no problems with Enel versus Irujo. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section on Enel's origins, his past, the side story, and the future of Enel's character. What do you think he's gonna be doing in the One Piece story? Because I know you guys always drop that fire down below, and I gotta respect it. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like and share if you enjoyed, like and share only if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.